Good afternoon. My name is Brandon Pedraza, and today I will be teaching us about induced drag. Induced drag is defined by many people as a byproduct of lift, which is correct. But to better understand the concept, we need to understand that induced drag is the rearward component of lift, as depicted up here. How does a lift get its rearward component? Is an excellent question, so allow us to dive in. So when it comes to the generation of lift, we are going to place an emphasis on Bernoulli's principle. Bernoulli's principle states that as a fluid is accelerated, it has a decrease in pressure. Therefore, the air traveling above the airfoil is moving at a faster pace than the air below the airfoil, leading to differential pressures. Simply stated, we have low pressure above the wing and high pressure below the wing. Another universal truth that we understand is that high pressure always seeks low pressure. The universe is always trying to equalize itself and remain in equilibrium. So we have a high pressure seeking the low pressure. So the air below the wing wants to get to the air on top of the wing. The way it does that is by following the path of least resistance. The path of least resistance when it comes to an aircraft is, when it comes to wing generation, or lift generation by the wing, is towards the wingtips. So below the wing, we have the air flowing out towards the wingtip, and then it comes up and around the wingtip. And the air above the wing wants to move towards the fuselage. So below the wing, we have air moving away from the fuselage towards the wingtip, and above the wing, we have air coming around and moving towards the fuselage. The aircraft is also moving since it is not a stationary object when it's generating lift, and therefore these wingtip vortices are developed. As the aircraft moves away, it leaves wingtip vortices. The air comes out, up, and then around the wing. That is not the only stream of air that is acting upon the airfoil. We also have air that is flowing over the wing. As you can see, some of the air will make contact with these wingtip vortices and will actually be deflected downward. That is induced drag. So induced drag is the wingtip vortices coming with a downwash deflecting the lift vector rearward. It is better demonstrated by a side view profile of the aircraft. So we have the free stream air making contact with our airfoil. It makes contact with the airfoil, and the airfoil starts generating these wingtip vortices. This is the lift vector right here. But since the air is being mixed, the air is actually deflected slightly downward. This creates a localized airflow. The lift being generated by the aircraft is actually perpendicular or at an angle from the localized airflow of the aircraft. So therefore, the lift vector is tilted aft. Saying that induced drag is a byproduct of lift is a great explanation, but it doesn't help us fundamentally understand it. As you can see, in ground effect, we have, do we have more or less induced drag in ground effect? I'm going to give you guys some time to answer, and then you can pause the video and just when you're ready to continue. Okay, so in ground effect, we actually have less induced drag even though we have more lift. And how does that happen? See, we have the same stream of air making contact with the airfoil, except this time the wingtip vortices aren't as pronounced. So that translates into a smaller deflection of the airflow. So then here we have the lift vector everybody draws. But then since we have that new localized airflow or localized airstream created by the aircraft, the lift is actually 90 degrees perpendicular. And as you can see, in ground effect, the lift vector is tilted less aft, giving us an increase in performance. And that, my friends, is induced drag. Feel free to ask any questions, comments, concerns, and I will respond as soon as I can. Thank you. 7 minutes.